Mwambu Wanendeya, Managing Principal and Head of Communications at Absa and Barclays Africa. A very good morning to you. I thank you for your time.
Good morning, and thank you for this opportunity to correct what was said yesterday.
Oh, please correct it. What needs correction?
Well, the deal in proposal, which has been approved by minority shareholders, is that Absa would buy Barclays operations in 8 African countries, and Barclays would increase its current shareholding in Absa from 55.5% to 62.3%. And we do not have operations. We do not have a hub in Nigeria. We do have some operations there. And this will not affect jobs in South Africa.
Will it not?
We wouldn't want the impression to be that there are going to be job repercussions in South Africa, which isn't true.
That's very interesting because, again, let's talk about what has happened up until now. And again, this is based on speculation, claims in the media and so on, that senior managers immediately after Barclays moved in, firstly resigned. People had to resign or were forced to resign. And that there are other retrenchments on the line coming up at Absa.
Like most businesses, there are changes in management from time to time. And the period you're referring to, I believe, is about 8 years ago. What we are now, in 2013, we have recruited a lot of very experienced bankers, and there are announcements being made in the near periods about our senior recruitment. South African bankers with a lot of experience, both in South Africa and international, are coming to Absa Group to work on the Absa Group and the Barclays Africa operation.
Yeah, but part of also the claim here is that because now Absa will be reporting to London, Barclays will decide how much operations can be in South Africa and whether or not you can cut down on the fat, so to speak.
We need to correct this as well. Absa Group is headed by our Chief Executive, Maria Ramos. Yes, she is a member of the Senior Executive Board of Barclays Group International, but she runs the bank in Africa. And the Chief Executive of Barclays Global, Anthony Jenkins, has stated that there are 3 areas in which Barclays is going to expand. One is Europe, the United Kingdom specifically. The second is the United States. And the third is Africa. So, of course, we are expanding across Africa. Africa has some of the fastest growing economies in the world, 6 or 7, depending on which measures you take, of the top 10 fastest growing economies in Africa. So Barclays as a group has seen it fit to take advantage of this and expand its operations across Africa.
So effectively what you're telling us this morning is that the approval of this reorganization won't have any impact on the jobs, even though the allegations continue about the fact that there may be retrenchments on the line.
What I am saying is that we are expanding in South Africa and across Africa. And as part of this expansion, it is natural that there will be more people hired into Barclays and Absa Group.
Will there be retrenchments or not?
If you're talking about how many people will work for the bank and how many people will be working for the bank in a period of 6 months' time within South Africa, there will be more.
There will be more. All right. So there will be employment as opposed to retrenchments.
There will be more people working for Absa Group within South Africa in 6 months' time than they are now.
What I'm not clear about is that will that follow retrenchment? So in other words, you'll start by retrenching and then hire later on.
I don't know where you're getting this talk about retrenchment. I'm talking about increasing people who are working, and you're talking about reducing people who are working.
And you are outright and without any equivocation saying that there will not be any retrenchments.
Within every business, there are structural adjustments which occur.
What does that mean? That means retrenchments.
No, it means that if you are a guard in the bank, you may move to being a teller.
It may also mean
more people working for the bank. Now, what we need to focus on here is what was said yesterday about how the group will be structured. We will continue to operate in South Africa under the Absa brand at present, and we will be expanding across Africa into the fast-growing economies across the African continent. So it's a very exciting time. But we are still waiting further approvals from various regulators in South Africa. So the process is not complete. We are waiting further approvals from regulators in South Africa and indeed in other African countries in order for this deal to take effect.